So how are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. That's pretty cool. Okay. So anyways, I went to go visit my friend in Colorado, which is across the country from here. I live in Florida, so yeah, that was a long trip. I have not traveled on an airplane since I was 5, alone, before 2001. That was a big, huge difference because, well, lots changed in about 15 years. When I went through the airport, it was really easy and really simple to get through, and the first flight was great. So I arrived in Dallas, Texas, where they have an airport station. They have an airport there. So I was at C-25, and then they said, your flight will be at C-27. So I was like, cool, I have 4 hours to kill. Ha! Ha ha! Layovers. Ha! So I was at the airport, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get my food. I don't want to wander off too far because, you know, I don't want to lose myself and get lost in this airport. So I go and grab myself an $8 pizza, which is really fucking expensive. And I heard on the intercom, and they're like, the flight to Denver is, gonna be in A14. Let me tell you something. I was in C-27. A14 is a really long fucking way apart. You got 30 terminals per letter, right? And then you gotta go all the way over there. So I follow these people, and they're going on this, like, up these stairs or whatever, and I go up the stairs, and I realize, oh, these are all flight attendants. This is, like, not for civilians, so I walked and ran to that A14 terminal, which is about 60 to 70 terminals away from where I was at. So that's a long frickin' way away, and while I'm walking past this, while I'm running down this area, I passed a McDonald's and all these normal food places. Like the place where I was at, there was everything was in Spanish. Like everything was in Spanish, and I was just like, I don't remember Spanish from the 10th grade, that's 4 years ago, but okay. So as I'm running through this massive airport, dying with my huge carry-on that I had, I probably should have had a smaller one, honestly, but, you know, whatever. I'm running and running and running, and I get to A14, and I'm like, is this the flight to Denver, Colorado? And they're like, well, no, we actually changed that. Didn't you hear on the intercom? And I was like, no, I was running through the whole freaking airport. And they're like, well, we changed it to A27. So I passed A27. I didn't see this Denver flight at all. I didn't see that when I was running all the way past it. So I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god. So I'm running, and then this lady stops me, and she's like, are you going to Denver? And I'm like, yes. Yes, I'm going to Denver. I just ran from a C-27 all the way over here, and they just told me that they switched it, and she's like, yeah, they switched it too. Let's just go follow these people. So we're following these people, right? And we go up there, and they have trains at this airport. Who knew they had trains? Like, earlier I was following people up the stairs, and I thought it was, like, for the flight attendants and staff members only. So I was like, are you kidding me? There's trains. So I'm like, yeah, I just ran all this way, and there was trains I could have rode on. So we get on the train, and we're on the thing, and we're like, phew, and then we're there. And so I was like, wow, that took no time at all. I could have been there and not had to run with my giant, stupid carry-on. And then they were finally like, okay, you can get on the plane now. So I get on the plane, and I walk to my seat. And there's 5 teenage boys, all dressed like Nash Grier. Like, they all got the Nash Grier get up and the Nash Grier attitude. I'm saying this because they're all like 15-year-old boys who don't know what they're talking about. So I sit down, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta sit next to 15-year-old boys that don't know what they're doing. They're all gonna ask me questions and everything. They're all like, oh, girl, girl, girl. This one kid, he's like, dude, let me sit next to her. Dude, and like elbowing the guy next to him, and I'm on a window seat, so I'm climbing over these kids. And they're like all staring at me, and they're all like, hi, what's your name? Hi, how you doing? And I'm like, I just want to read my frickin' John Green novels. Just leave me alone. So the kid next to me, thank God for him, was just like, shut up, dude, I want to watch Breaking Bad. So I was like, I love you, kid, you're the greatest. And they're all like climbing over their seats looking at me, and they're like, I know you're trying to be funny, but it's not. Like, I'm awkward to begin with when I don't know people, and now you're awkward teenage boys who are trying to talk to me. I just want to just shut up so I can read my stupid book, okay? That was a fun flight. So a week goes by and my trip's almost over, and I get a phone call from the company, and they're like, my airplane company, and they're like, well, you know, we're gonna delay the flight for an hour. First of all, my flight is at 1 a.m. in the morning, like past midnight, 1 a.m. So I'm just like, 2 a.m. So they're like, just arrive at normal time. We'll take care of you. So we drive all the way down to the airport. Well, my friend, thank you for leaving me at the airport, not making sure that I get through the airport. Leaves, but like, bye, have a good time. I'm like, thank you. There's a big mess, and everybody's on their phones, and everybody's mad, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I go to check in my bag, I'm on the little touch screen thing, and they're like, please see an assistant. So I go to see an assistant, and they're like, oh, well, your flight's to Philadelphia has been canceled, because that was my next layover. And I was like, what do you mean my flight to Philadelphia has been canceled? Oh, well, they're snowed in. And I was like, oh, that's great. So I call the number, and the lady on the phone is like, well, do you, like, need a hotel room or anything? And I'm like, nah, I could just call my friend up, and she can come pick me up. Sorry. And the lady on the phone's like, well, the next flight we can get you on is 1 a.m. tomorrow night, and it'll go to, North Carolina in Charlotte. And I was like, okay, well, I don't have anything, I don't need a like hotel room or anything, so just like whatever. So I call my friend up, and she's already an hour away. It's been an hour, and she's like, oh, I'm almost home, you want me to turn around? And I'm like, yeah, sorry, I'm gonna stay for another day because my flight's been canceled. That's great, right? I love you. I get back to her house, and I'm like apologizing to her parents a million times, and they told me to shut up and stop apologizing because it just got irritating, and I'm sorry. It's fine. I go to my flight, and everything goes smoothly, and I put my luggage on the plane, and I'm like, do I have to pay $25 for the fee for the suitcase? And they're like, nope. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna argue. Okay, just walk through. And I get lost in the TSA, because when it's like really late at night at an airport, half this airport is closed. So I'm like running around this airport for like 30 minutes looking for this TSA station, and then this nice lady finds me, and she's like, the TSA is over there, go over there to get checked and everything. And I was like, thank you. So, and I go on my plane, and I got first class, and I was like, I got first class on my airplane, okay. So that was pretty cool. I got first class, and that was pretty cool. So I just sit there and wait for my plane, and they get me on, and I got my teddy bear and my pink American Eagle hoodie and my hair up in a bun, because it's 1 a.m., who cares, right? So I get on the plane, and they let first class people in, so I get on the plane, and I sit next to a window seat, because thank God for window seats. I love looking out at the sky. I'm not afraid of heights at all. With my teddy bear and my pink hoodie, and I get a free Diet Coke, and they're just like, here you go, and I was like, cool. So, and I got a pillow, and I got a blanket, and I was like, cool. So I'm sitting there with my teddy bear, and all these moms and like middle-aged women walk by, and they're all just staring me down like, trying to figure out who I am. Am I famous? I could be a supermodel, who knows? I could be a famous actress. You never know who goes on first class. And then this big guy who looks like he's a pro wrestler or something sits next to me. And all these like moms just stare at me, like give me this evil, dirty look as they walk by with their screaming kids, and I'm just like, huh, I'm first class. But I get home, I get to Charlotte, and it's easy. And I get home, and it's easy. And after 4 hours of a plane ride, I get home, and my dad's there, and I'm like, oh wow, look, my suitcase is ripped up. That was great. So that was my adventures with airports for the first time since I was 5, and it was pretty cool. So, anyways, Pretty cool. Anyways, if you like this video, you can like it up, you can comment. I love comments. I will always reply to you if I can. And you can subscribe, and I will start making videos more often. Also, news, I'm not going to Playlist Live this year. I had other money priorities to do instead, so I hope you guys who are going to Playlist Live are all cool and just like, yeah. So I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!